Many years ago, in a small village near Boko in Benue State, there lived an old man whose name alone caused people to lower their voices. They called him Papa Oche. To outsiders, he was simply an elderly man who had prospered against all odds. Large farms, many cattle, and a house that never lacked food. But among the elders that understood the ways of the land, Papa Oche was known for something else. He was a wizard. Papa Oche did not learn witchcraft overnight. It came from his lineage, passed down like an inheritance no one dared to reject. Behind his compound stood an ancient Iroko tree, older than memory itself. Beneath it was the shrine of his family deity, a jealous spirit worshipped by his ancestors for generations. Years earlier, when Papa Oche was still a strong man, life had crushed him. His crops failed repeatedly, his wife fell sick and died, leaving him alone with three small children. Oche, his first son, Ene, his second child, and Ochanya, the youngest, barely old enough to remember her mother's face. Poverty stared at him in the face. Hunger mocked him daily. So Papa Oche did the unthinkable. One night, under the Iroko tree, he knelt before the family deity and cried, "Give me wealth," he pleaded. "Give me long life. Let me never beg again." The deity responded in a voice that chilled his bone. "What will you give me in return?" Papa Oche trembled. "What do you want?" "Your children's future," the spirit said. "Their wombs, their unborn children." Papa Oche hesitated, but only for a moment. Under the dark Benue sky, he sealed the covenant with blood and incantation, unknowingly destroying generations unborn. From that night, his life changed. His barns were filled, his farms flourished. Illness stayed far from him, but the price was waiting. 3 marriages, 1 curse. Oche, Papa Oche's first son, married young. He was hardworking and disciplined, respected in the community. His wife, Martha, was gentle and prayerful. Everyone expected their home to be filled with children quickly. But after 1 year, there was silence. After 2 years, still nothing. When Martha finally became pregnant in the 3rd year of marriage, the family rejoiced. But at exactly 1 month, she lost the pregnancy. Blood, pain, and confusion followed. Doctors found nothing wrong. Prayer houses promised miracles. But year after year, the same thing happened. 12 years passed with no child. Ene married next. Her marriage was full of laughter and hope. She believed her story would be different. But after 7 years, her womb carried only sorrow. Every pregnancy ended exactly 1 month, no matter how careful she was. Her husband's family grew impatient. "She is cursed," they whispered. Ene cried herself to sleep many nights, unaware that the curse had a name, and that name was her father. Ochanya, the youngest, watched her siblings suffered and prayed silently. "God, please let my own be different." She married with optimism, love shining in her eyes. But after 5 years, she too experienced the same thing. Pregnancy, 1 month lost. By then, despair had settled heavily over the family. Papa Oche watched everything quietly. At night, he returned to the Iroko tree. "They are suffering," he whispered once. "And you are alive and wealthy," the deity replied. "Do not grow weak now." Papa Oche obeyed, but fear began to creep into his heart. Hope arrived quickly. One afternoon, Ada, Ochanya's old school mate, visited from Makurdi. Ada looked different, peaceful, confident, glowing in a way that Ochanya could not explain. "Ochanya," Ada said gently, "there's a church program we're going this week. Come with me, my friend." Ochanya sighed, "I'm tired of prayers." Ada held her hand. "This one is different." That Sunday, Ochanya attended the program. The church was simple, but the atmosphere felt heavy with something unseen. The pastor, Pastor Aaron, preached with authority and compassion. Midway into the sermon, he paused. "There's a woman here," he said, his eyes scanning the congregation. "Your womb is not barren. A covenant made by your father is fighting your destiny." Ochanya froze. After the service, Ada led her to meet him. Pastor Aaron prayed quietly, then spoke. Your father made a sacrifice, he said. He exchanged your unborn children for wealth and long life. Ochanya broke down in tears. That covenant can be broken, Pastor Aaron continued, but obedience is required. He gave her a strange instruction. You will conceive again. When you do, tell no one. Not your parents, not your neighbors, not even your church members. Hide the pregnancy until the child is born. That secrecy will confuse the covenant and destroy it. Ochanya nodded, trembling. 2 months later, it happened. Ochanya became pregnant again. This time, she told only one person, her husband. Together, they prayed and made a bold decision to protect the pregnancy. Her husband arranged for her to leave Benue. He took her to Kaduna to stay with his trusted best friend and his wife. To everyone else, he announced, Ochanya has gone to complete her HND program, Higher National Diploma Program. The lie spread quickly, and no one questioned it in Kaduna. Ochanya lived quietly. No visitors, no phone calls, no celebration, just prayers, rest and faith. At 1 month, nothing happened. At 3 months, fear reduced. At 6 months, hope grew stronger. At 9 months, she gave birth to a healthy baby boy. No complications, no blood, no loss. The curse was broken, but Papa Oche did not know. Back in Benue, Papa Oche began to experience strange dreams. The family deity appeared angry. One child has escaped. It is. You have been deceived. Papa Oche panicked. He consulted the shrine again, performing rituals late into the night. But nothing worked. The power he once commanded was slipping away. Then news reached him. Ochanya had returned with a baby. Papa Oche's world collapsed. He confronted her immediately. Where did this child come from? He demanded. Ochanya stood firm. This child came from God. The words pierced him like arrows. That night, the deity tormented him violently. His body shook. His breath became heavy. Fear gripped him like never before. Unable to endure the torment, Papa Oche summoned his children at dawn. With trembling lips, he confessed everything. The covenant, the sacrifices, the blood under the iroko tree. Oche fell to his knees. Ene screamed in agony. Ochanya held her baby tightly. As Papa Oche finished speaking, blood flowed from his mouth. He collapsed. The covenant is broken, he whispered. Before anyone could help him, Papa Oche died. At that same moment, the iroko tree began to split into two. Ochanya's child lived. Months later, Ene conceived and carried her pregnancy successfully. Not long after, Oche's wife also became pregnant. What had bound the family for decades was destroyed in a single act of obedience and faith. And in the village in Benue State, people learned a painful but powerful lesson. No wealth is worth the blood of the innocent. No covenant is stronger than the truth. And no cause survives where light is revealed. The moral of this story is the sins of one generation can affect another's generation. Despite medical help and prayers, the problem persisted until spiritual root was revealed. Obedience to divine instructions brings deliverance. Thank you guys. If you stay to the end to watch this story, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your loved ones. Bye.